Hello, it is. You shut the fuck up. It is the Thursday before spring break. All right. So I have Thursday to Friday off. Well, technically it's until Wednesday, but I will be taking Thursday and Friday off. I'm just gonna say I can't come in. So, happy spring break, even though it's really sad because it's gonna be like in the 40s all week. But I'm literally about to go to work in like 5 minutes, and I just wanted to like I'm euphoric, if you will, because I'm so happy that it is spring break, and I just want to bring you guys along with me during spring break, see what we are up to, and of course see what I'm reading. I said to Sam earlier that like the only reason that I am even considering going to work today was because I really want a chocolate peanut butter smoothie. I've just been craving one since last night, and that's what's gonna happen. Like, chips and that smoothie just sound like the best meal of my life right now. So I'm really excited for that. All I care about in life is food, fun fact, and books, and my boyfriend. And that's about where it ends. And I barely even care about food. I only do when I do. And then if I don't, like, I could do without food. Like, there's been so many times where I said I wish I could go without food because it's just annoying. But then sometimes I'm like, I want to eat everything. Also, I cut myself. It's like so tiny you can barely even see it. I think I did it when I was washing a knife, and I didn't even notice it until like hours later. Anyway. Okay. I have like the worst headache right now. Like, it's bad. R.I.P. Hoping this helps. Hello. Happy Saturday. That's right. It's Saturday, which means a lot of things. Probably. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, just here to say, like, all yesterday, I did not, like, make any update, and I didn't really read that much. I started Diary of a Void, this book right here, and I kind of do like it so far, but, like, I just picked it up randomly because I was in a reading mood, but I didn't feel like this exactly, even though I've been wanting to finish it for the last 2 days. But yesterday, so like, I did do that. It was a bad morning, and then an okay afternoon, and then a bad night because of the fact that I had this really intense headache. One of the worst I've ever had in my life, and I just wanted to sleep. I also thought I was gonna vomit. Like, I got really close twice. Anyway, so here we are. I just want to finish this, okay? And then today we're also hopefully going to the library. It's been forever since I've gone there. It's been like way too long. Like, it's been since last year, I think. Even though the Shepherdstown Library like kind of hates me, I think. I don't know if they're racist or what, but they are some weird fucks sometimes. Anyways, like, okay, the first time I went there, I could only get 3 books. And that was a whole thing, and I understood it the first time. But then the second time I was there, I had the fucking card and everything, because the first time we were getting a library card. The second time, I had my library card and everything, and I wanted to use the self-checkout, but then there was like a pin apparently for it, and I was like, oh, I do not know what the pin is. Like, I should have just guessed it, like, but I just was freaking out and I was high. And like, so I was like, could you check these out for me? Like, I asked the librarian, and I was like, I don't know what the pin is. And he was like, this is sketching me out. This is weird. I don't like this. And I was like, I'm just a motherfucker who likes to read. Bro. What? It was so weird. And then, so it was a whole thing. And like, I was like, I'm not a controversial person, but blah, 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 blah. Like, I had to say my piece. I just want to read. Like, I was like, I used to go to the Brunswick Library all the time and just like, every 2 weeks get a whole load of new books, because I did have like a whole stack of 10, and he was like, it's all sketching me out, and he was like, you can get 3 this time. And I'm like, no, I did that last time I was here. I could only get 3 even though I wanted like 7. And then he's like, okay, how about 5? I'm like, sure, whatever. So hopefully this time I can get as much as I fucking want and not have any weird fuck be weirded out by somebody who wants to just read. What do you think I'm gonna do with these books? I'm not gonna do anything weird, come on. Anyway, so I'm almost done with this, and I don't really even want to talk about it. I wasn't here to be like, I'm reading this, because like I didn't start it here. I started it days ago. But I'm almost, I think, on the last part. I don't really know if it's the last part, but this world tour part, and I am so excited for that. This whole thing okay, well, it's not the last part, but like this whole thing so far has been up and down for me, because some parts I've just been like cringe, or I've just been like, I don't know. But then other times there's some part I'm like, oh damn, like I kind of like that, and I kind of like Daisy Jones as a character. Like, I don't know. I don't really have too much finalized opinions about it all. But I am going to hydrate myself right now, because I have a headache. I still have like a light headache, okay? That's inevitable for me, honestly. Water, check. Leftover twisted tea from yesterday, because I couldn't finish it because I was feeling real bad, guys. Like, that alcohol was getting way too me, and I didn't even have a lot. Like, I couldn't even finish 5% of alcohol volume. That's embarrassing. Anyways, check. Mountain Dew Energy, check. And also sponsor me. How many times have you seen this thing in my videos, huh? Like, sponsor me. Anyway, time to go read Daisy Jones and the Six. And that's just what I'm gonna do, because Sam's playing video games in that room, and I like reading while he's playing video games, or writing while he's playing video games. Just doing my thing while he's doing his thing. Sounds like a lovely Saturday to me, personally. Hello, I just came back from the library. Would you like a little haul? Yes or no? What was that? Yes? I'm really happy that I went, because I've got some good things up my sleeve now that I'm so excited to get to. Number 1, this book. I was like, I'm gonna need something gay. I can't not have that, right? So all I really know about this is it's sapphic. But I've seen it around and people are loving it, and I hope to as well. I actually kind of avoided it for a bit, because I would see it everywhere and I'm like, I don't know if I would even like it, but I'm gonna try it out. Like, randomly, I was like, I kind of want to read that. And so here we are, but I have no clue what it's about. Should I read it? I'm gonna read, okay, how about I read the fucking descriptions for all of these? Not out loud or anything, but like, I'm gonna read them and then like share my reactions, because I actually never read what books are about, like quite literally ever. This sounds right up my alley. I'm excited for this. Basically, this woman loses this girl that she loved when she was younger, and then like years go by, and then she meets someone, and like there's this instant connection or something. I don't know. It said it a lot better, obviously, in this than I just did. Shepherdstown on a Saturday. Here for this. Okay. Then I got this. I had this on Libby on hold, and then I let the hold lapse and never did anything about it. But I found it there, and I was like, absolutely, I will now grab this. Again, don't know what it's about at all, but people have loved it. Not even that I'm like people have loved it, like, because I trust people's opinions, because it's like I'll just see it around and I don't even know what they truly even think about the book. Like, so it's less like people like it, it's more that I judge books by their covers, and like I'm like, that looks like a vibe that I would just be gravitated towards. So let's see if that is true by looking at the Okay, so this is a little bit of historical fiction, which is not my go-to ever. I thought this was more literary fiction type book, but I'm still intrigued and excited to read it. I'm always down to... Oh wait, maybe it's not. Oh, that's so embarrassing. I thought it was historical fiction because of what it said. but then there was emojis in it. I don't really know. I'm trying to like also read kind of fast. Oh, it's because it said like post-industrial Midwest. No, okay. I think I'm gonna be very, very, very intrigued by this. I kind of want to start it like now. Like this could be a 5-star maybe. I kind of want this week to be like reading things that I just think I'm gonna love, because I haven't done that in a hot minute, and it's sad. It's like, what are we reading for if it's not to enjoy it and love it? And then, you know, I try to get only women authors because like it's March, International Women's Month, but I saw this and I just had to pick it up. Absolutely, Percival Everett's newest book. Audiobook is on Scribd. I'm very excited to read it. I have no clue what it's about, but I think I'm gonna like it because I liked one of his books out of the many that he's written. Okay, this is intriguing. Okay. I'm not even gonna try to describe what I just read because it was a little bit confusing, but it seems comedic and like just intriguing. I'm here for it. Okay. And then I got this. This has been around, and I don't know what this is about either. It's crazy. And you know, I like the cover. I don't know. I actually did want to get this one time at the library, like from that same library, and I just ended up not getting it. Seems interesting, for sure. And then we've got to get a Jen Begin under my fucking belt because I haven't. I should have gotten Pretend I'm Dead though. Like, I don't know why I got this one, but it literally, like, I just wanted to pick up anyone that I picked by her. I really want to read Big Swiss, but I don't know when I'm gonna get to that. So I've always seen this on Scribd, and like always on Scribd, and like I've been very intrigued by the cover of this one and Pretend I'm Dead. Yeah, I knew that it was like about a house cleaner, and like it's comedic. I'm here for it. Like, I think she's known for like her books are rather witty, so I'm really excited for that. And then I found Diary of a Void, so I can continue reading it physically. Not that it matters, but I love this though. Okay, I don't really care about how books look ever, like, or at least I don't say that I do. Like, deckled edges, I couldn't give less of a fuck. Like, small print, I don't care. Big print, I don't give a shit. Like, you know, but this, why does this seem perfect? Like, this is a book, you know? I like that. I can get through that. Okay. I actually didn't read the description for this either, but I do like know where it's going, what it's starting to be about. And I've gotta say, I love this cover. And like the inside, like this flap, love it. I wouldn't be able to experience that if I only had an ebook. That's so cool. I like this cover a lot. Anyway, she's like pretending to be pregnant, and that's all I know. And that's so interesting to me. That makes this cover even cooler. Like, it's literally on purposely covering her stomach. Like, I was like, okay, that's kind of annoying that it's right here. Like, I wish I could, but like, that's the point. This is cool. Yeah, she's pretending to be pregnant. That's all I know for now. And like, each chapter is like week 5, week 7, week 10, etc., etc. And that's very interesting. And they're very short chapters, which I like because I've been needing that lately. Next book, Lemon. This has been around. This is a classic. I like how thin it is. And I'm very excited to read it. I like how I stopped. At this point, I just kind of want to read. So I'm just like, here's another book. And then lastly, I got Supper Club, which I've also been seeing around Scribd, and I think I saved it on Scribd, but now I have it physically, and that's cool. This is a literary fiction, I'm pretty sure, like more of a literary fiction, which I am so in the mood for. Like, I have missed my literary fiction, speculative fiction, makes you think, makes you cry, makes you fucking existential type shit. I miss that. I need that in my life. And all of last month, I was just reading like romances and fluffy shit because I was reading all Black authors and I want to read something about happiness, Black happiness. Thank you very much. So it was a lot of like romance and fluffy stuff. And and that's good good and well for then, but like what my go-to is, like I need something with a smidge of darkness. That's true. I need something like if it doesn't have a little bit of something depressing in it, don't call me. Except if it's a movie. I don't really like movies with depressing things. Like I only like comedies and like kid shit when it comes to movies and shows. Okay, I think I'm gonna literally just sit around and read Diary of a Void. Alright? Catch you on the flip side. This clip went way too long. Wow. I need to listen to something with an audiobook, so I'm gonna read this and get my audiobook from Script. I'm really excited, but I need something important. I never freaking read without caffeine. Fun fact. Hello, I am currently watching Owl City music videos, and like it's a kind of, oh, it got stuck in the wheel. It's kind of beautiful if you think about it, because Owl City was something that I just escaped from my terrible household to listen to. Like, it was escapism at its finest for me, and I listened to the album All Things Bright and Beautiful, and the song that really stuck with me is the first one called The Real World, and I still listen to this song to this day. Like, I had that entire album on my playlist. Like, Owl City changed my fucking life. And like like, why am I having a moment? Probably because I'm super inebriated, bro. I've had a Twisted Tea, and then I've had one Mike's Harder, and this Mike's Harder probably is more than halfway done. Like, I'm having a moment, but, and I'm also like just so deep in my nostalgia, and like it's so comfy. It's so comfy, and I'm gonna cry. And I just am so grateful for Adam Young / Owl City for just being there for me when I needed it. Like, everybody always judged me for liking Owl City. Like, he was also my first celebrity crush. Like, he was the first person I ever remember being attracted to, and like being like, bro, if I don't marry you, nobody can. And so it's just like all of him is just so important to me. It's never been a joke for me. And Adam Young, if you're seeing this, thank you for being my hero. He's definitely seeing this, right, guys? Right? No. That was obviously a joke. I hate when people say, if you're seeing this, they're probably not. They're probably not. So let's not even pretend. Anyway. Cheers. I just need to talk about Owl City. You guys don't understand. He's got some songs that have come out recently. Oh shit, a new album of his is coming out this month. Okay, that's it. That's enough. But I am going to now listen to Paper Tigers, because it's been a hot minute since I listened to that song. Okay, anyway. I'm in my nostalgic... It's like a nostalgia black hole when I get this way. It happens all the time. I also do this with like all the emo music I used to listen to back in 2015. Anyway. Next. That made me feel sick as fuck.
Let's go! Let's go!
God, ice showers are just the absolute fucking best.
I know. Okay, don't mind all the noise in the background. Like, you could probably hear the wind roaring outside and the music just booming downstairs. Sometimes it sounds like it's a club down there, I swear to God, and it's just a freaking novelty restaurant. Anyways, I'm here to talk about, well, kind of like just what my plan is for the day, which is to finish these 2 books. I know that's rather ambitious, but I just like want to have a reading day, like spring break, I need at least one day where it's just like a chill reading day, even though I didn't like technically even like leave the bedroom until like 12. So, but like the rest of the day, here we are. I'm on page 112 in this. I was just reading it like out there and I'm like soaked in. I love it so much. But at the same time, I was kind of like feeling an audiobook, and the one I have an audiobook for, of course, is Vacuum in the Dark. And I think I have like an hour and 32 minutes or something like that on the audiobook left, and I'm on page 110 here, like literally about the same page numbers. Like I felt that, like I was like, I think I'm about the same. Anyway, I'm really liking Diary of a Void. Like I didn't know how to feel about it at first, but it really got me. Like with what I was just reading, I was just like, okay, I like this. And I mean, I was never gonna DNF this or anything, because like instantly I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to see how this ends. Like it's so crazy that she's lying about something as big as like pregnancy. You can't get away with that. So what's gonna happen? Like I've always been here for that. Absolutely. And some rather like surreal things happen, which I don't know what that's about. And then this one, like there's a lot of sex happening and just like that feel. It's rather gritty. I like that. Like it is funny. I don't even know how to feel about this, but I do know that this is actually the second to Pretend I'm Dead. It's funny, like I figured that out because I've seen Pretend I'm Dead. I know the hand, like the cover is like somebody had a thing, like one of those rubber gloves on, and like their hand up toward the sky. It's like I'll insert it here. But like I was like, what, does she have 2 books about a house cleaning lady? Like that's a little bit weird. And I looked it up on Goodreads and it said, I looked up like Pretend I'm Dead and it said #1, and I was like, oh, Vacuum in the Dark is #2. But I don't think you need to read #1 to read. Like I wanted to anyway, and I probably will this month, because like I said, it's on Scribd and I really like this, and I think like that's how I feel. Like I'm like, I would read the first one for this for sure. Okay, reading day commence. I say that, but like who fucking knows? Like I'm kind of being ambitious, but I'm nothing if I'm not that. Like I finished the book, finished Vacuum in the Dark, finally. And so this is what I treat myself with. It's like an edible, but in drink form. So it's drinkable. Do you get it? Do you get it? I'm in such a weird mood. Okay. Sam just said he wanted to watch something that makes him really cringe. And he said that he was in the mood to watch some Shane Dawson clips. We're not proud of this, but we watch some things sometimes. So I need to be high for that. Thanks. Hello. It is currently 11 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and I want to try and make today a little bit productive, just doing small things here and there that I've been needing to do. I have small things like making coffee and like doing dishes and shit, and then I have to like edit some today. I want to finish Diary of a Void because I did not finish that, and try and start another book. I don't want to be editabled up until at least 4 o'clock tonight, if at all. I might just have some alcohol and call it a day today. I like how it's like, I mean, something's going to go into my system. It just depends on what it is. It's just spring break. Like, I either am sitting around and stuck in my own head or sitting around having fun. Like, I'd rather have fun than have to think for 1 second, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna write down my list of things to do today, and then probably go back into the bedroom and like lay for a bit more because Sam's still in there, sleeping away. I don't really know if he's asleep still, but he's in there. Okay. seriously, I'm putting pants on right now, don't mind me. I was prepared to take my shower and everything and just like get it over with. But I was like, you know, I would really like alcohol right now. Because I don't really shower unless I'm high or I've been drinking. Because it's just fun that way. It's hard for me already as it is to shower for a lot of different reasons, and it always has been. So I'm gonna make it an enjoyable experience. Like, come on, I think I deserve a drink or two. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Fit check. Hello. Okay, it is about I don't know, 9:30 at night. That sounds about right. And after whatever I just posted last, oh yeah, after I took a shower, it was like pretty soon after, Sam decided to take a nap, and I went with him because he's not feeling well at all today. And then I didn't know what else to do. I was just like, okay, whatever. And we thought it was gonna be like an hour, two. We ended up sleeping for 4 hours. Like, we woke up and I looked at the clock. I'm like, it's 6:09. I thought it was gonna be like 4 o'clock because I think I got out, like, I finished doing my hair at like 2:15, and then, like I said, shortly after, like probably 2:30, we went to take a nap. We woke up at 6:09, bro. And he said he was feeling worse than he did before, and then like the day was progressing and I started feeling really bad, and I still do, and I'm like, I think I just need food, honestly. But I need it now. Like, and well, I was gonna order Chipotle at like 7 o'clock today, and then we didn't have the funds for it, so then I was like, oh no, we have nothing. But then I found something, and I'm making myself some noodles with like soy sauce and sesame oil. It's not the greatest thing, and I'll probably only have 7 bites of it because it's hard. I'm not trying to be a fucking annoying ass little brat. I just have a very specific palate. Just think 7-year-old boy, like that's my palate, except for he's vegan for some reason. Anyway, all that to say, I have not finished Diary of a Void. I have not finished editing. I did take my shower, and I did not get edibled up until past 4 o'clock. So those things, like, some things happened, other things did not. But the day's not really over, and it's spring break, and well, he did say we should be railing our bedtime in more so that we get acclimated again. But anyways, I'm gonna go finish making my noodles because they are boiling on the stove right now. I can't believe, like, that was what my day consisted of. And then, if you must know, the last hours, what I've been doing is watching a movie, and then Sam took a bath, and we were just sitting there talking, and then he was like, I think I need to take a shower. He said that baths don't really get him clean or make him feel clean. He said it was a disappointing bath. So that's where I'm at. Anyways, I don't even care anymore. I barely even care. This type of chefistry is unmatched, for real. Hello, it is Thursday, and I have yet to finish this one, but I'm page 136, and this isn't really what I'm going to be focusing on right now anyway, because I want a little audiobook. I'm a little bit HIGH, so I think I'm going, because I have audiobooks for everything that I could get an audiobook for with these library books that I got, so it'll be a breezy time reading. And I think I'm gonna read Infinite Country, and then yeah, I'm just gonna read this while I'm waiting for my Chipotle. Yeah, that's right, I got myself Chipotle. How'd I get it? Because just yesterday I said I had no money. Well, here's the thing, I got paid today. I forgot that I was even getting paid. Like, I'm not the smartest person. I completely forgot. And I was like, oh shit, it happened. So I've just been really craving pinto beans, okay? Please don't judge me. Anyways, I'm gonna read this. Hi, okay. Look, I really wanted to really wanted to have a like reading day where I just sit and read all day, you know, that's what one does. It is currently 10:35, but I don't know if like a reading day is actually going to happen. It's just kind of sad because like I feel like I could just sit and veg, and by veg I mean read for like hours on end, and I feel so bad all the time about it because like reading is a pretty lonely practice. You're kind of to yourself when you're reading, and like Sam, I just hate, like I feel like I'm not doing things with him during spring break, but like at the same time, like this is my spring break too. That sounds bad, but like what I would decide to do with a spring break, like just having a week off of work, is exactly that. It's just read and read and read, and I feel so sad because I haven't really been reading as much as I thought I was going to be able to read. That's why I started this whole vlog. Like I'm like, okay, I'm going to get through some things. I got a whole collection of things from the library. Anyway, all that to say, like at 1 o'clock around, then we're gonna probably go on a walk. Like yesterday we went on a walk, and it was needed. It was so needed because it was the first warm day of the fucking entire spring break, and we had just been inside all day, all week, and like, so I think we do need that again, absolutely. But I just wish, I feel like it interrupts me so much, and anything could happen after or before where it fucks up my fucking plans. That's what it is. I am so fucking sick and sad of my plans going like to shit because of how I feel in the moment, or like I get exhausted and then I don't want to do things. I just feel so bad about it all because it's like I'm not a lazy fuck. Well, anyways, I just want to have a good time and just read. Like this is a good time to me, and I haven't been reading like I've been wanting to. I want to get to these two and possibly this one as well. Like this is a 3-hour audiobook. It's super small, so possibly this one as well. And then I'm also reading like a poetry book right now, which I started way before this vlog. Like I started at the beginning of this month. It's just taking me a long time to get through. All that to say too, like I want it to be high, but then that's the thing that happens. Like I get too high and then I can't go anywhere. Like going anywhere sounds like the fucking worst idea ever, but I like being high while I read. It's always a fucking problem. You know it. Anyways, I just want to sit and read for real though. Like I need to, because I feel like I'm like imbalanced if I'm not. Like I think that's what it is. I've been feeling imbalanced because I only finished like one book, but then I always like am like, okay, read, and I'm not saying it in like I'm stressing myself out type of way at all. Okay, I do not care how many fucking books I read in any given month or any given time. Honestly, what I do care about though is the fact that I want to read. Like I want to be engrossed in stories right now. That's all I want in life. So that's why I'm talking about it like it's like a need, because it feels like I need to be here for a second, please. Like I don't know. I think I have escapism problems, if you will. Like I'm like, I would love to just not be in my world right now, please and thank you. Like who I mean, that's why books are invented. That's why they're amazing. We're here, we're doing this thing. Okay, all that to say, it's reading time. Which one should I start with? Like I'm gonna start with Diary of a Void and try to get as far as I can. I am going to have an edible or two. Okay, bad me, I know. Okay, Sam and I just ordered Kome, which is like one of our favorite restaurants to eat from, and they gave me 30 minutes and my food will be ready, so I'm going to try and finish this. I have 34 minutes left of the audiobook on this. Like, it works out perfectly, and I will actually have finished a book, hopefully, by the time I have to pick up Kome. Like, win-win all the way around. Hello, good morning. It is Saturday morning. That's right, we've come full circle. I guess yesterday we came full circle when it was Friday. So yeah, the end of this spring break is coming up, which is really sad to me, especially since I didn't really get to read as much as I wanted to. I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to, but like, it was relaxing overall. I finished this book yesterday. I finished Lemon yesterday, and it was all right. I gave it a 3. It was intriguing, but I think the way that it went about finishing itself was kind of boring and like not as exciting as I thought it was going to be, because it was like, since Parasite meets The Good Son in this piercing psychological portrait of 3 women haunted by a brutal unsolved crime, and I didn't feel like it was all that psychological. And now I just want to like we have things to do, and I don't know if I can sit here and read this morning, but I just want to read more. Like, I'm still in the same mood that I was in yesterday, where I just want to read. Let's act like we had a spring break, shall we? How do I prove that I had a spring break unless I read a lot? So this morning I woke up and my phone was at 56% when it was at 61 when I put it in the charger. So it was charging backwards or some shit. And like, that's how my morning's been. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Everything feels so like chaotic right now. I just want to read, but I don't know if I can because I have to go soon. We have to go to Sam's mom's place. So, hello, it is the Kai from much later. It's freaking March 28th, and I'm just here to give a little rundown of what I read throughout this vlog and how I felt about these books. I ended up like starting and finishing 4 books throughout this vlog. I also finished like 2 other books throughout that vlog, Daisy Jones and the Six, and then like a poetry collection. I'm not going to talk about those, okay? You can see that on my March wrap up. For now, I'm just going to talk about these 4 books that I had the pleasure of reading. Diary of a Void was the first book that I mentioned. I was about to say it's the first book I finished. It's not. Diary of a Void is a book about this woman who has been, she had this job and then she was mistreated all the time, and then she went to go get another job a few months later, and the same thing more or less happened. She was the only woman there, and she has to do all the menial tasks that nobody else wanted to do. And so one day they asked her to like, hey, can you clean up the coffee cups or something like that? And she was like, no, I can't because I'm pregnant and the smell makes me sick. And so that starts her lie, and all of a sudden people are treating her with respect. They're treating her like a person all of a sudden. They are making sure that, you know, she is healthy, and they're making sure she doesn't work overtime, and like she's basking in her own self-care for once, because she doesn't have to overwork herself and she doesn't have to do all the things that she was doing, and she's the only one with the knowledge that this is all a ruse and a lie. Eventually, like, as more time goes by and the due date becomes closer and closer, the fib starts to get a little bit more blurry on Shibata's side as well. So I gave this a 4-star, I believe. I really liked it. I thought that the truths about misogyny were compelling, and I really liked the way that it was exemplified in the book. Like, it's done really fucking well, because like, it's so true. Like, why are women not women until they're pregnant to so many fucking people, and then it goes back to being nothingness? Like, it's just so interesting, and I think that it did such a good job at like showing all of that. Like, Shibata is like lonely and in her 30s. She doesn't have a husband or anything like that. Everybody was surprised that she was even pregnant, and I think that that's really interesting. Like, it's such an isolated setting. Like, she's already to herself, already isolated and like alienated, because she has this big lie and she's the only woman, and like all of these things, thing after thing stacks up to where she is like just a lonely person, and that is such a palpable atmosphere in this fucking story, which I really liked. I think that was done really well. Like I like how at the end some rather surreal things really happened, and like I really liked that. Like, I love a good old book that's just like, what the fuck just happened? Okay, so what does that mean? All right, guess I'll never know. I absolutely love when a book does that. So literally, like, right when I realized she was about to be lying for 9 months, I was here for it. I was like, I've got to see how this ends. I know I already said that, but like, I really did. And so I'm glad that I finished through it. And it's like such a quick book to get through. And like, I was glued to it at points in times. But for the most part, it's about Shibata just living her life. And you were kind of in her head about, I mean, like, we know what her thoughts are for the most part and how she's feeling. And yeah, okay. Enough about that. Then I read Vacuum in the Dark, okay? Well, this is actually the first book that I did end up finishing. It's about a lady called Mona who cleans houses for a living. She has a habit of dating some dangerous, cold, uninviting men, or at least being attracted to them, and things going down, kind of making a mess of things when it comes to her dating life. She's currently like having an affair with this man in this book, who she calls Mr. Dark, or just Dark, or something like that. And he's married to one of her clients. And then there's like this other couple who Mona gets to know, and like basically we go about being in Mona's mind and what she's experiencing, and it's kind of a like journey of self-discovery, if you will. I really liked the writing style, and I feel like I would have stronger opinions about this book if I had read Pretend I'm Dead first, which is the first book to this. Like, it's a series, which is so interesting because you don't really see that in literary fiction much, like a book and then a sequel coming out from that book. But I think we need more of that, because I love a good literary fiction, and I love the characters that we get to meet when we read something like that, especially like women who are just doing their thing. I love to read about a woman who's doing her thing. If I read Pretend I'm Dead first, I would be like, I am picking this up immediately. And now I'm just doing it the opposite way, where I'm like, I gotta pick up Pretend I'm Dead if I am going to see more of who Mona is as a person. And I like that I'm gonna see who she was before this, because this was already a very interesting person. Very whimsical, very quirky, and you just want to be there with her. And I like it a lot. Yeah, like, she basically wants to get out of house cleaning and go about her life doing something else, and you know, it's never too late to do something like that. So I really like this, and I think I gave it what did I give it, a 3.5. Also, I read Big Swiss this month as well, and like loved it. That's when I was like, okay, I really like her writing style a lot. Okay, and then there was Infinite Country, which is a story about a family with mixed citizenship. Basically, we follow Moro and Elena as they leave Colombia to go to the US in hopes for a better chance of a better quality life. And they send money back to Moro's mom, and it's a whole thing, and at first it's working out. Moro really wants to be in the US, but Elena does not. They have kids eventually, and then Moro ends up getting deported and goes back to Colombia, and we follow Elena and how she's seeing the world. We follow Moro and how he's seeing the world, but we also follow, they end up having 3 kids before that deportation. And so when Moro is in Colombia, Elena sends the one daughter over to Colombia with him, and just because she couldn't have all 3 kids at the place she was at. And so the one daughter, I'm sorry, I forgot the 3 kids' names, she ends up like living in Colombia all her life, and that's all she's known, really. And then so when she grows up, we follow her, and like we follow the other siblings. So I think that's really interesting. I like love that we get the perspective of absolutely everybody. I think it's a rather important story to read because it's just the unfortunate reality of so many people just trying to do what they think is best for themselves. That's all that like any of this is about. And like the family's anxiety and fear and sadness and regret and every other emotion that makes up this novel is so palpable, it's so real, it's just like right there. I gave this a 4, I believe. I think that this story did a really good job at presenting what it was trying to do, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, there's been stories like this also, but I feel like it's just not written as well, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. It's not written as well as this one is. So I really enjoyed this. Lastly, we have Lemon. I gave this 3 stars. I think that it was more or less kind of mediocre. It's about like this girl who was murdered. Her name was Kim Hae-on, and she was murdered at 19 by this person, but nobody really knows who it was. Like, that it's an unsolved case is basically what I'm trying to get at, because the 2 suspects already had an alibi, and so it just went cold. And then 17 years passed by, and Hae-on's sister is still strongly affected by this, of course, and wants to get to the bottom of it. She wants to know what the hell actually fucking happened that day. And she finds some things, some answers of sorts, but not exactly what you might think might be the ending. It's not like a very simplified, like this is who done it, you know what I mean? It has conversation about grief, loss, and trauma when it comes like and with that kind of subject where, like, you know, your sister getting murdered and being a whole entire case. Like, it talks about that. Her sister's name was just in everybody's mouth. But I've got to say, I feel like I don't have much of an opinion on the actual story. Like, I feel like I was just too disconnected from the characters or the story, because it is in like 6 different chapters, and each time it kind of changes, like, the year that we're in and who's talking, like, it's in different perspectives. So it's kind of a little bit hard. At one point in time, it's like this whole entire like interview type thing. And so I feel like it was a little disjointed for me personally, but it was all right. It was a good little read, and I give it a solid 3, like I said. Okay, please, that is enough. I don't wanna do this anymore. I have been editing this vlog for the last way too long, and this is the last thing I need to do, is just this little wrap up, and I'm glad that I just did it. I can't believe I just did that, and now I just have to edit this, and then I think I'd be good. I will see you on Sunday. I haven't posted in I almost said 3 years for some reason, but like, I haven't posted in 2 months, and I've missed it, and now I'm doing that. Hello, hey guys. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, rest of your month, rest of your year, rest of your life.